Hey, what's going on everyone? So I needed to make a video to show everyone how I made the Runic Crucible and the Forge kind of work because there's not much information online for just about anything going on with these. And it was really confusing and I had to use a lot of like chat GPT to figure out what the hell I was trying to do. So after figuring it all out, I wanted to make a video just basically showing you what I did to get the achievements where you need to get the liquid AUREAL and then the liquid souls. Basically, you have to go through the fun process of making the item input hatch, the energy input hatch, and then two more fluid input hatches back here, so fluid and fluid. And basically, on this one here, you can get the fluid input hatch and put a eternal water block right on it. And then right here, you can get a source condenser. And I have mine going straight into a jumbo tank. And then that jumbo tank is going into the fluid hatch. Now this source condenser is taking it from here. And I shouldn't say take, it's having it be sent. So I have an ME source jar hooked up to my ME drive, and then that puts it in this jar, and then this splitter takes it from there with the wand from Ars Nouveau. You'll just kind of connect it up, sync it up to there, and then this will take source from nearby jars, and once this is full, then the tank will fill up, and then you won't have to worry about too much about, getting it quick because this tank will be there. The reason I did this out here was because I had no idea how to transport source from my computer downstairs to out here. So what I do is, and someone comment, help me out if there's a better way, but I have the ME source storage cell, and you take that, and I'm going down to my mystical agriculture farm, and I'll plug it in, and then I have, yeah, so let's show it here. Agronomic, I think, yep, agronomic, it's being sent to the splitter, and then the splitter is being sent to a couple jars I have hidden back here. Now these jars just have input buses on them. So import, 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 and then there's one more right here. So that splitter is sending them to these four, which makes it fill my ME system very quickly. And once it's kind of full, well, this one will get to 1.6, but let's just say for the time's sake it's full. Okay, I take the source cell storage right back out here, and I can just plug it back in. And it's a much easier process in my mind to just make another terminal, controller, drive, put it out here, and then have the source jar linked up right here. Okay, so you got your water, you got your source, and you have got to get another output hatch. This output hatch is going to be for your AUREAL. And to do that, you have to get the input hatch, and you have to get arcane dust. Arcane dust, you can't really get that quickly aside from the productive bees. So the productive bees, you had to go through the whole Arcanus bee line there, where in JEI it'll show you kind of what you have to do, but you need to get the blue banded bee. I got him out of a acacia tree nest, and then also the redstone bee and lapis bee. I'll show you the combinations there. Basically, you get the 4 Arcanus bees. I have a couple senders and polars. So let's show you here. I have this polar pulling it from there, sending it to there, and then it's sending that to the crucible here. And then from there, let's see, it's going to pull it from there, and we're going to send it to down here. So that way I just have arcane crystal ready to go. And like I said, so the arcane bee, you have to get a few bees to get there. You have to get the diamond bee and feed it an arcane crystal block to get the diamond B, you need to go to the end and put down a ender nest and right click it with popped chorus fruit. Get like a stack of that so that the time goes quicker. And then after you get the ender bee, you breed it with a lapis bee. The lapis bee though also needs to be bred. So you have to get the blue banded bee from the acacia nest, and then you get a redstone bee. The redstone bee is a chocolate mining bee and a glowing bee. The glowing bee, you can get it from a glowstone nest, and the chocolate mining bee, you can get it from a dirt nest or gravel or sand. You just have to get lucky. And then once you have them all, you breed them up, you get the diamond bee, and you feed it an arcane block, and then you put it in here, and then you can follow my process if you'd like, where you have the modular routers. Just take all the stuff from your hives and then put it over here. And then so you take your arcane crystal and you can come to your furnace. And once you get some of that arcane dust, then it makes it much easier to craft liquid aureal. Or aureal. I don't know how to say it. Hopefully this video is helpful for a lot of people. I was very confused. I feel like I had an easier time in college. So let's just do this here. We'll take all that and come out here to the input, put it all in. You'll see the screen light up and it should start making it already for me, but we want to do the liquid there, and then it should. So you're seeing it, it's taking it from there, putting it into here, and there we go. We get the liquid aureal pumping from here all the way to my main forge. So it's just filling up with liquid aureal. I haven't done anything else here regarding input, fluid input, energy input. This is really just showing off the RUNIC CRUCIBLE and how to get the liquid aureal. And then also for the souls, it's very similar, except you'll need to get unrefined liquid souls and soul. Let me show you what I did to get the soul first. So with Ars Nouveau, there's an enchant on your sword called, if I can find it, Soul Looting. Soul Looting, I have mine at 7, so I can find souls much quicker when you kill a mob. And so this is my Drigme farm. These guys, I have many of them right there. These guys are from Ars Nouveau, where you have to go through. I highly recommend going through Ars Nouveau if you are, if you're doing the RUNIC Crucible, because all of this makes it so much easier. You do have to get the Drigme token, and then you just kind of fill in the rest of the enchant here. You put those items into here, and then boom, you get the Drigme token. You right click Mossy Cobblestone and it turns into the henge. You right click it with the token, and then these guys, I have like 15 of them here. They'll just kind of look at these guys here in the containment jars, take their item, and then I have it as well with a puller and sender, pulling it from the chest, sending it straight over here. So I just get, just tons of those. Makes it very easy. Let me show you down here my mob farm. So this guy is what I did to get the souls. So this guy, I got the apothic spawner. I got the all the enchants on it to make it go much quicker and ignoring light level and everything. And you'll probably want to get, my fault. You'll probably want to get the brazier, which is the ritual, and then a container, maybe a couple of them, and then the tablet of containment. And then once you get those, place them down. You'll also need to get some source. So I just have an extra source jar here with me. And then, my fault. I've learned it's easier to not place down the jars until you get your soul. I also recommend using the occult ender lead, because that makes it much easier when you get a soul. Oops. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh man. I don't know what enchant I have on me or what it is, but something's making people take damage. Let's say for the video, this guy is the enchanted soul, and we want him in the container. What we're going to do is just put a couple of these down and drop them down. That didn't sound good. All right, well, let's say here, so for the sake of the video, I'm just going to show you that this is what you want to do. You want to get your ritual brazier, your source, containers, and you want to get that enchant where you get soul looting, kill mobs. Witches I've found work. I don't think it has to be specifically witches, but you can do that. You can catch the soul, get it in the container, and then bring the soul in the container up near your drigmies, and they will automatically start taking the drops for you. And that works for the enchanted, the corrupt, and the regular soul. The regular soul you get by throwing the AUREAL splash bottle on a corrupted soul. It just has to be alive. So like I did down there, you kill a witch, you see the corrupted, you throw a splash bottle of AUREAL, and it turns it into a regular soul. And then you can Ender Cult lead it and turn it into that. But I take these guys and just take them up to my forge, and you can throw them in. These fill up the souls very quick. Okay, last thing for the video, I need to show you how I did the liquid souls bucket. That one didn't take as much time as the AUREAL. Really what took the most time was crafting all the blocks that you needed, because the runic blocks were not easy. You needed 1 input, 2 fluid input, 1 fluid output, and 1 item input. And all of these were just like a pain in the ass to build. The quantum injector takes the most AUREAL, so that one was a beast. You'll have to find the soul tree sapling. The soul tree sapling you get in the end. You can find it in the boats that are turned over. You can find it in the end cities. Pretty much any chest in the end, I've found one. I don't know about like the place where the obsidian guard is, but just look around in the end. Not the main island. You have to go to the outlands in the end, just through one of the portals. So let's see here. Block placer. We need a block placer. And then we need a fluid extractor. And we also would like to get the pipe and a fluid tank and a wrench, last but not least. Okay guys, so once you get your soul tree sapling, you can place it down, bone meal it, it'll grow, and you'll want to take the, hold up. You want to tell it where to place the block. So I want it actually to be right there. So it's going to place the soul tree logs right here whenever one breaks. We're going to do another thing here. I think what I have to do is place it so it's facing. Oops. Oops. Wrong way. Sorry about that. You'll need to get a block to help you, because you have to place it with the man, I thought that it had to be facing it. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I'm just gonna actually move this one over here. And like so, now you have it set up. This is now extracting the souls, they're unrefined souls, and you want to put it right here. And also wrench that so that it pipes it into there. And then yeah, you can get multiple of these. You could stack them up, stack up the advanced block placer, and then have more fluid pipes so that this fills up quicker. And then what I have done is um, you'll have to get rid of this and this so that it resets what's inside. And then when you're done with that, you'll want to get a, sorry, fluid pipe. So I ran out. And do that. Let's say this is full. Woohoo, we got all of our souls. Okay, take it here, take it there, and then there. Okay, it just filled it in. Now you have your unrefined souls. I didn't have much, so it didn't put that much in there. But now what we're going to want to do is you will have to come back over here. Wait, that's my fault. Sometimes if this is still full, it won't let you craft. So last night it was full of AUREAL and I was trying to craft soul. So you have to break this, place it back down, it'll be empty. Then you can come over here and craft your soul. The souls would then go in here. It's the last thing that I need to say. Just get your soul, throw them in, and then should be able to do that. But you'll need a lot more unrefined soul liquid. So that's the video, guys. I just wanted to show that for anyone that needed to know it. This was like the biggest, most fucking confusing mod I've done in a minute. It's probably not saying much, but I saw a lot of people online having confusion on how to get the source into a crucible. I was very confused on that. This took me forever last night to figure out what I wanted to do. So you just kind of set it up how I showed you earlier. So, yep. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Take it easy.